Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of
Real
Talkin' Lip Gloss. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jules.
And if you couldn't notice already, we're missing Eva Lydia.
Yeah, we miss
her,
her.
but our girl is busy during the summer working on stuff for college. So shout out to her, props to her. But how was your weekend?
It was good. I spent it with you.
Exactly. Okay, guys, we actually had the best weekend ever. We saw Ariana Grande.
It was so
amazing.
Like, it was literally like a dream come true.
I don't care how many people hate on her because she's like really...
No, she has like vocals I haven't seen in like
She's a great
years.
performer. Like her vocal range is insane. Oh my gosh. And then while we were at the concert,
we
stumbled upon Shay. If you guys know who he is,
I
shout
love
out to
him.
He's literally the sweetest. His internet personality matches exactly who he is in person.
And he's very sweet because like me and Sophia, we were standing in the elevator and like we were going up to
tell them how we met him. So we had just walked in and we had like the security check. And then we see this
and I tell her,
guy, she's
we're
like,
going
this
in
is
the elevator.
Shay.
I was like, Sophia, this is Shay. Like, he's famous on TikTok.
And I was like
Nicole's
who? Because I know him more because of his sister.
Yeah. So I was like, it's Nicole's brother. And she's like, oh my God, ask for a picture. So like, I was like, no, I'm scared or whatever.
I ended up asking
Yeah,
so I was like, hey, can we get a picture? And he was like, of course. And he was so nice.
Sweet. Yeah.
We had the sweetest chat with him in the elevator. We were talking about Sweetener.
Yeah. And then there was these other famous people. That one guy who does like the scent TikToks.
The scent TikToks where he smells
the one
the
who he sprays the perfumes. And he always maxes out his like boyfriend's credit card. Like him. He's so sweet too.
No, but it was literally the best time ever. Like, if you have the opportunity to go see her on tour this year, go see her because
she's so worth it.
No matter like what people said about her, I think she's amazing.
Yeah,
I loved it. But yeah, we had the absolute best time. It was so fun. But have you done anything else this summer?
Other than that? Oh well, technically yeah. I went to San Diego a couple weeks ago.
Why'd you go to San Diego?
I just had a little. I was there watching a baseball tournament.
Oh.
Yeah.
How sweet.
It was fun. I got flowers after.
Okay, well, something important I want to talk about, and I feel like I've been focusing on this a lot throughout life. And I think perception of, like, your perception on life is a complete reflection of yourself, like, who you hang out with, who you surround yourself with. And that's, like, something I've been working on, especially, like, entering this last year of high school. I feel like it's very pivotal. And that stuff matters because growing up, like, I firmly believe, like, if you hang around lazy people, you're going to grow up to be lazy. If you hang around, like, what's the way to put it bluntly? I feel
like who you surround yourself with is a reflection of yourself.
Yeah, it's honestly a reception of yourself and how you perceive situations. Like, there can be a situation and you can perceive it a complete different way and walk away from it than
feeling
someone else
differently
can.
than someone
and
else.
That's completely fine. And I feel like that's something, like, we all need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know?
I think, like, the more we, like, think about our lives in like a negative aspect. I know I was like one of those people who like used to do that all the time because it was like so much easier to cling on to like the negative things going on in my life rather than like all the things that were going good for me, which is still tends sometimes to be a habit of mine, especially like when I'm not seeing the outcomes that I want in certain aspects, whether that's like grades or school or like certain things like that. Like I know I still get in my head about it, but recently I've been more open to like getting peace from situations, like honestly.
Why do you think people though can like so easily have different views of somebody or like a person or a situation? Not even just a person, like a situation.
I feel like sometimes people like have different views on like the people they surround themselves with because it's much easier to like blame somebody else than blame yourself for the reason things aren't going the way you want it in life.
And I feel like often like, especially with teenagers, but no, anybody at our age, like it's so easy to like pick on someone and think you have them figured out based on like what you know about them or what you've heard.
Rather than
what you've
like
seen,
deeper
rather than
impact.
Yeah, rather than deeper impact, but also like recognizing that like you're projecting like insecurities you might have of yourself or jealousy. Like there's a lot of things that like I will comment on people like I'm 100% guilty of this.
Yeah, I am too. Don't worry.
And then I like take a moment of reflection. I'm like, wait, I actually share some of these qualities in myself.
I feel like sometimes like when I'm so like quick to make a judgment about somebody, I try to remind myself like that I don't know what's going on in their life. But then the opposite could be like, oh wait, but like I know what's going on in her life, but she still has no right to act like that. But then again, like people just make mistakes.
Yeah, and I think the hard part is like where you draw the line, like when it comes to that, like why do people project their insecurities on other people? Like I know like it's no excuse like that they're insecure about that, they're going through that situation or they're envious of someone, but it's also no excuse for how you treat people.
Yeah, I also think that like we like sometimes when we project ourselves on other people, it's because like we don't really want to deal with those struggles, like our internal struggles, rather than just assuming like or making ourselves feel better about them rather than like taking
But I think the
ways
problem
to
for
work
me
with it.
in like those situations, like typically, is that like I like chase clarity of it, and it's like sometimes like
Yeah.
no clarity is the best clarity. Like for me, like when something happens, like when
You are
somebody
so
acts a
quick
certain
to
way
get
towards me,
down.
I'm so close to be like, why? Like I want to
Yeah.
know why.
I think we always like focus on like gaining clarity on a situation rather than accepting it, because we need something to like hyperfixate on rather than just go on with our lives. And it's much easier said than done, but like when things happen like continuously, you kind of just like are at the point where you like just take it and with a grain of salt, literally, because like what can you do about it? And I think people always focus on like what's out of their control rather than what's in their control, because they need something to, again, like focus on, like, because human minds, like, they need something to like always think about and stuff, but when you don't have that, it's just really difficult.
Yeah, and I think like a lot of times, like when we're searching for that clarity, it's really us just like in our like uncomfortable zone, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like being okay, like we have to learn to be okay with not knowing what comes next in a way.
Yeah, and also be okay with being alone, because I feel like people, when they see themselves like not with certain people, friends, like boyfriends or things like that, that are just like hyper independent on somebody else, like they're not okay with the fact of like it's okay to be alone. Like being alone allows you to like explore yourself in like different aspects, like what works with you, like what makes you feel safe in relationships, whether that's like a friendship or like like an actual relationship with somebody else. Like those things are things you should know about yourself before like going into like pursuing a friendship or like pursuing a relationship, because the more you know about yourself, the more it allows you to like know where your boundaries lie.
And I think that's so true. And sorry, I feel like I talk about this like a lot on the podcast.
Yeah.
But like like who you surround yourself with matters so much. And
Yeah.
I've come to a lot of realization with that, because like, why are you gonna enable like for yourself to hang out around people who like aren't benefiting you in any way?
Yeah.
Not that your friends need to have some benefit or aspect in your life, but they should. They should have qualities that bounce off of you. Like, why would you want to
Yeah.
sit at a table where you're constantly talking about people who are dreading on life and looking at it such a negative way, when you can look at so many of the more positives, and how can you turn these negatives into something bigger and better?
I think also with like people you surround yourself with, like find people that are like patient with you to the point where it's like they understand that everyone grows at a different pace. And
But
what
see, my
I've
problem
learned,
is that like I keep chasing it and like I won't accept it. Like
Yeah.
I'll constantly make the effort. I'm like, because that's the hardest part for me. I'm always a friend to like reach out first, like text first, and like do
Yeah.
stuff and like push for something. But it's like, why? It's like, why are you wasting your time on that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think because you know you wouldn't do that to other people, so that's why like you don't want that being done to you. And I feel like
Yeah.
that just says a lot about who you are as a person, because like I know that's one of your biggest like qualities, but at the same time, like I don't know, what I've learned is that it's okay to like let things be and let people like be what they want to be.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, I think we're getting a call in.
Yeah. Pick up the phone.
Hello.
Hi, I'm actually listening, and this is reminding me of my transition and journey in high school from homeschool, and I'm actually getting ready for college right now. I feel like I've changed a lot in each phase, like almost different versions of myself, depending on the environment I was in. So my question is, how do you know which parts of yourself are actually you, and which parts are just you adapting to different situations?
Wow, that's a deep question.
Yeah.
I need to like think about that. How old are you?
17.
Ooh.
Okay, same age as us.
Yeah.
What was the first part of the question again? Sorry.
How do you know?
My first part of the question was, how do you know which parts of yourself are actually you?
I think like how your body reacts to certain situations. Like, are you in fight or flight mode? I know that's used a lot, but like I don't know, whether you are in a situation and you're feeling comfortable in it, or if you feel uncomfortable in it. Like if you're going along with the crowd and you just feel like, oh, I'm just doing it because my friends are doing it, then that's not you. But if it's like something you really want to pursue, like a certain career, things like that, then that's you.
Yeah, I think at this age there's always like a constant pressure to fit in, and you know, piecing those parts of you together in order to fit in and to like
Yeah.
whatever like situation it is. And it's more like around like how the situation shape you, and like how those experiences and past people in your life have affected you. Because like we are all like guilty of being different versions of ourselves for different people, and especially with how we react to situations. So I think those play a big part into forming who you are and how you take into play like the mistakes we've gone through in life and how we live and grow and implement that in our lives to change for the better. In a way, if that helps answer your question. I don't know. I feel like everyone is constantly figuring out who you are. It's never like you should never feel like obviously be comfortable in yourself and your decisions, but you're constantly growing and changing as a person. That's okay. Like you need that change in order to grow.
Yeah. And for the second part of my question, it was, which parts are you just adapting to those different situations?
Which what? Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Which parts are just you adapting to those different situations?
Which parts are just you adapting to those situations?
I think, like, you have to
I think your reactions, the way you evaluate, are able to adapt to them.
Or, like, you have to evaluate your morals as a person and see if they go along with, like, the actions you're taking as, like, a person, whether you're with the wrong...
Exactly, that's what I was saying, your values in life.
Yeah.
If they align with what you're deciding, ultimately. But, yeah.
If they don't, then you know that part is not, like, you as a person. Like, it's just you going with the flow.
And you said you're going to college, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, we'd love to have you maybe come on and talk about that transition, because that's a big phase in your life. We're all going to be entering this upcoming senior year.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I'd love to.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling in.
Thank you. It was so nice to have you.
Thank you so much. I really
Of course.
Of course. My question was kind of confusing.
Yeah. It took me a minute to kind of
I was like
wrap
trying
my
to
head around.
answer it the best way I could, but I feel like I repeated everything she said. But I hope that helped. But anyways, what we were saying. What were we talking about before she called? I lost my train of thought.
Me too. I think about how like
perception and perspective.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Anyways, I think another important thing too is how you can gain new perspectives, and I feel like you could do that through so many ways.
Yeah.
And I wrote down a few of them that I wanted to share. So I think the biggest reasons our perspective change is because we can expose ourselves to things outside of our normal bubble, like outside of your comfort zone. I feel like that helps you get out of your bubble a lot in your shell. Like I know that helped me in high school, like getting involved with things that like
I wasn't comfortable
with because it helps you practice skills you need in life, like communicating, being able to like talk out loud, like what we're doing right now. I don't think like me like 3 years ago would have been comfortable doing this.
Yeah, I agree. I think my first time coming on to I was very nervous. Like I didn't want to say the wrong thing. But like I think the internet is getting the most raw version of me. Which is crazy for Julie to say because Julie it says everything. No, I give people the most raw version of me. Does that make sense? So, like if I have something on my chest, I'm going to say it. Unless it's like something I'm not ready to talk about. Like for me, like when situations happen or things between me and people happen, I kind of just like let it sit and like ponder in my head and then like go through and see what I want to do about it. If I don't feel like it's worth discussing, then I'm not going to discuss it with people. But I also think that like what somebody was telling me the other day was like I have so much love that people like perceive it like as in I'm just like people just don't know what to do with it. I don't even know what to do with it because like I pour so much of like my heart into the people around me and like that's just something I've always done.
I just saw Wizard of Oz at the Sphere this weekend and they said something and it reminds me of what you're talking about. It was your heart is not judged. Wait, I'm gonna mess it up.
No, it's okay.
People don't judge your heart by how loved you are, but how much you love others.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Wait, what was it?
People don't judge your heart by like how much love you give to others, but how others love you. How many others love you?
That's how you measure the size of your heart.
Oh yeah, that's how you measure the size. Okay, I don't know if they could hear that, but people don't judge your heart by how much you love others, but how much others love.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah.
And I love that. I think that's like very important because at the end of the day, when like you're gone or whatever, like people will not remember like how much like you were worth, what you had or whatever. It's how you made them feel.
I think I've just always been very giving. Like, even if things are at the point where it's like, I know you do this too, where it's like, we put everybody above ourselves. So, like, if somebody calls me and I'm doing something and they're like, hey, I need you, like, I'm attending to the person, like, not myself. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know. I think it's the family you're born into.
But I think it's because, you know, if you were in those situations, you would want somebody like that too. I think that all the time, like, when we're, like those things I plan for my big friend groups, I do it out of love because I know if I was one of those girls not getting invited to things and not
I
being
would do it,
included,
yeah.
I would want to be included. And I would remember the girl who always included me.
Yeah.
Like that I would remember,
Yeah.
you know? But I think we're going to end the episode here.
Yes.
Thank you for watching. And
See you next episode.
Sorry.